Yeah, you've been a real bunch of fun, these kids. They've been great. They've been to see me every day and talking to me and stuff. They're really nice kids out here. Lovely. Well, best of luck. Thank you very much.
That's okay.
Okay, bye now. Bye.
Thanks.
Good morning. It's 11:30 on Tuesday the 14th of August and I'm just setting off now from Aberaeron heading for Newquay. It's only a short walk, or relatively short walk, probably 5 or 6 miles, and when I get to Newquay I'm going to consider my options. The problem is I've got to keep an eye very much on the logistics of this and the bus routes. I know I can definitely get a bus from Newquay back to here, but if I wander any further than Newquay along the coast, until I get to a place of any size, I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to run into trouble. I could do a 15-mile walk to Aberporth, but after walking over 40,000 steps yesterday, 42,000 to be precise, I think I'd be a little bit unwise to overdo it again today, having just spent a weekend recovering from overdoing it. So I'm going to walk to Newquay, have a look at it again when I get there, and have a look closely at where I can get a bus from, if I do venture any further. If I don't, it simply means that today as my last day on this campsite, I have to move the van tomorrow, and I'll probably then go down to Aberporth and walk back from Newquay to Aberporth, which would be 10 miles, which would be much more sensible. But as I say, it's one of those days where I need to do something. Having put in a big day yesterday, I need to follow it up. And I feel okay, I feel fine, but obviously a walk like that, you know, is a long walk. So I'm just going to reconsider when I get to Newquay, sit and have a cup of tea and just think about it. probably midway between Aberaeron and Newquay, and I bumped into this gentleman again, Arian.
Yeah.
Arian. And he's we're more or less following in the same footsteps at the moment, and he tells me that his wife was disappointed that he didn't say anything in Welsh, so I'm giving him a big opportunity to greet all the people who watch this, who are Welsh people who perfectly understand the message.
Pnawn da Jim, a pnawn da I dilynwyr Jim ar YouTube. Croeso I chi o Ceredigion. Diolch yn fawr, thank you.
That's fabulous, thank you very much. What did he say? Did he say he's a bit of a strange bloke or anything like that?
Good afternoon, Jim. Good afternoon to Jim's followers on YouTube. Welcome to Ceredigion. Thank you.
Oh, that's fun. Well, I'm sure that we're going to bump into each other again.
Yes.
And it's very nice to see you again. And have a great day. I mean, the weather's holding up, but tomorrow's a bad forecast, tomorrow afternoon.
Well, I'm having a rest day tomorrow and resume on Thursday.
Good idea. Good idea. Okay, mate. Nice to see you.
Good.
Well, it was a really nice walk. I enjoyed that. Bit of a stiff wind and it was a little bit cold, but once you was in a sheltered area, the temperature kind of was about 5 degrees warmer than it was on the beach. It was quite surprising. And I inquired in the town centre about where to catch a bus, and I turned up just as the bus came along, which was very lucky. So I was straight on the bus, straight back here, and I'm back again now at the campsite, and I'm going to have a relaxing afternoon. I've been doing some planning. Tomorrow I'll be driving back again to Newquay and hopefully finding a campsite somewhere near or nearabouts, and then I'll be going further down the coast to Aberporth, which I won't be that far away from Cardigan then, probably only about another 10 miles on to Cardigan, so things are progressing well. I felt a little bit tired today because I didn't have a really good night's sleep, and I was editing till nearly midnight, and I got that put on YouTube this morning. But it's a job well done, and I've got plenty of time now to just sort of chill out and have a snooze if I want one. It's 7:20 on August the 15th, and I'm in Newquay heading for Aberporth, which I've calculated as every step of the way, and it's going to be 10 miles or thereabouts. And I'm making an early start. There's absolutely no movement in Aberporth at all. Everybody's still tucked up in bed. I'm about the only person here that's actually walking the street. I've started early this morning, and I'm also wearing trousers this morning instead of shorts, because I guess by probably 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, as the weather forecast predicts, it's going to be raining by somewhere around about 3 o'clock. So I thought, well, I'll get this part done, get back here, which I can get a bus back here more or less any time during the day, and then head off down to Cardigan for the next stage. What I'm going to do, or where I'm going to stay later, is not important at the moment, and I can work something out when I get back here. The reason I came early as well is, as you've just seen, a car park in which you can probably get, say, 200, 300, 400 vehicles. I'm not entirely sure. £3 for the day, which is pretty good. And yesterday when I was here in this town, the traffic was riding around in circles trying to find a parking space because the place was so busy. And I didn't want to come any later and not being able to find a parking spot. So I've got myself pretty well organised this morning. I had a good walk yesterday. It wasn't a long walk, but I feel better for just doing a short walk after the day before, and it's going to be a bit like that this week, and I'm feeling okay, I'm feeling fine. So I'm just making my way now into the centre, right down to the seafront, which is where the walk begins. So here we go. It's 9 o'clock now, and The weather is playing one or two tricks. The forecast was for rain later, but it's like a very fine drizzle, and it's right in my face. It's not a problem. It's not cold. I'm a bit overdressed actually, even though the wind is in my face and it's quite a strong wind. I've probably got one too many layer on, so I'm running a bit hot. I can't get much video because of this drizzle, and I'm sorry about that. Nothing I can do about it. I can get the odd shot, but I'm having to clean my lens every single shot I make, and that's okay, but if the camera gets wet then I'm going to be in trouble, so it's going to be a bit limited today, I'm sorry. But it's a nice walk. It's a fabulous walk. The scenery is amazing. I've seen one or two dolphins out in the sea, and I can actually see Ireland really clearly this morning from the tops of these hills. The sun's shining on Ireland, and it's fluffy kind of sunny cloud over there, whereas here there's the dark clouds blowing straight up the coast from south to north. That's why they're in my face. But no, I'm enjoying this. I'm just having a breather and making good progress. I think I've done about probably 4 miles already actually, so I'm quite happy with that. And Aberporth is only about another 6 miles to go, so I'm doing quite well. It's 2 o'clock and I'm in a place called Llangrannog. I think that's how you pronounce it, that's how it's spelled anyway. But I'm not far now from getting to Aberporth. It's probably about another 6k, which is somewhere around about sort of 3 miles. It's going to, I don't know quite how long it's going to take me. The cloud has started to thicken now and it does look a little bit threatening. So I'm not really sure yet. I'm just enjoying a nice cup of tea. This is the first one I've had since I left Newquay, and I just had a lovely sausage sandwich as well. Too late to get a breakfast. Right, it's 3:30 now and I'm near Penbryn, and these are the first walkers I've actually come across today in, what, 8 hours?
Wow.
And so, your name is, sir?
Martin. My name's Martin.
I'm Pella.
Pella.
Margie.
Margie.
Hugo.
And where are you all off to today then? Is it just a casual kind of walk?
Just a little family walk to Llangrannog.
We started off in Aberporth and we have a house over in Llangrannog, so that's where we're heading.
Yeah.
That's a nice little place actually. It's
Lovely.
Very nice.
Absolutely
yeah,
lovely.
some nice pubs to go to.
Yeah.
And yourself, have you been an avid walker for a while now then, being in this family?
Well, I guess so, yeah.
No choice really.
Yeah, exactly. There was a lot of forced marching.
When you was a kid, you know, you was told you was going, I suppose.
Driven
Yeah,
by
exactly.
the whip.
Well, he
Yeah,
carries
exactly.
the heavy bag,
I do.
so that's useful for us.
And how far do you, when you're doing these walks, how far do you usually, 5-10 miles, or do you?
Yeah, more like
Well,
that, I guess. Yeah.
Of course, there's a lot of ups and downs,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
we've got to take
5,
those
10
into
miles is
account.
about right, I'd say. Yeah.
Right.
Probably do much more.
Well,
Nice.
Aberporth to Llangrannog is probably going to take us about 3 hours, but we stop for a picnic and
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the way to do it, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And how long have you lived in Llangrannog then?
Well, we don't live there. It's a second home, so we've
right.
been going. I mean, my wife's family have had the place for 60 years now.
Wow.
So you know, it's you kind of
Yeah.
there is a belonging of a sort.
Oh well, that's
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And well, it's been a real pleasure meeting you all.
Well, likewise.
It's very nice to come across people like you and with a smile on your faces.
Jim, all the best to you,
Yeah, good
and
luck.
really good luck in
Stick
what
with
you're
it.
doing.
That's very kind of you. Thank you very much.
And happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody.
All
right then.
Okay. Bye bye now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.
To the rucksack.
Thank you. It's 20 to 6 now, and I'm at the bus stop here in Aberporth, outside the village hall. I was given strict instructions where to stand by the local newsagent, who was a very nice guy, just around the corner. And the bus is due at 17:58, so that's 2 minutes to 6, and that's going to take me back to Newquay. It's just a shame that the last hour of the day turned a bit sour, that the rain happened. It was actually due at 2 o'clock, but didn't materialise. And I've been quite lucky really that the walk, I've done it really with only in the last hour where I've seen any rain. So I'm quite pleased with that. And it's been a long walk. I've done 38,000 steps, which is about 19 miles, and so I've put in another week day. Feel good. I could carry on walking, to be honest with you, but I'll be looking forward to getting back to the van in Newquay. Then I'm going to drive up here and park up for the night somewhere and get a good night's sleep, and I'm sure I'll be ready to hit the sack as soon as I park up. I'm quite tired, feeling tired in that I've walked a long way, but my legs are feeling very good. So it's been a good day, another good day, and I've enjoyed it, and it certainly was a tough one, very rugged, up and down, up and down, up and down, big hills, and that's what I'm coming to expect now, and that's exactly what I expected, why I had the rest that I did last weekend, because I'm going to need all the energy I can get. So that's it for now, and I'll be back on the road again tomorrow morning from here. Go on, fella, you go on first, mate. You go on.